Lesson on maps and scale drawings. It's basically the same thing as similar polygons. A scale drawing is where you either blow something up real big, like in science where you have a picture of a cell and you want to see all the parts so you make it bigger, or it might be something where you're making something smaller, for example, a map or a blueprint for a house. You design it to proportion so that you know all the measurements. So the scale is the ratio that compares a length in a drawing to the corresponding lengths. In the actual object. So to solve a problem involving scale, do similarly to solving similar figure problems. Just define and write a proportion. So we're going to have the scale measurement to the actual measurement. These could be different measurements. For example, on a map you might see that so many centimeters equals so many miles or so many kilometers. So once we have set up our proportion, we're just going to use cross products. Pretty easy, right? So if we want to find the width on a scale drawing of a 16-foot wide garage with a scale of 2 inches to 1, I have my scale, which is in inches, and the actual, which is in feet. It says it's 2 inches to 1 feet. We want to know the width on the scale drawing. We don't know that. And then we have the width of the actual thing in feet. So then we just go 2 times 16, and we get 32 equals S. So our answer is 32 feet. Here's another example. The length of the side of a house is 3 centimeters on a scale drawing. So this time we're given the length on the scale, on the blueprint. And we want to know what's the actual length of the house. If the scale is 1 centimeter to 2.5 meters. So again, we have scale to actual. This time the measurement's in centimeters to meters. So we have 1 is to 2.5. We're given the scale, which is 3. So again, when we do our cross products, we get L is equal to 7.5. So the length is 7.5 meters. Make sure you always label your answers. I'm going to do one example on page 45 with you, and then I'm going to ask you to do the rest, all right? So in this case, it says for 1 and 2 we have a scale. We already know the scale here is scale to actual is 5 centimeters to 2 miles. It says the distance on the map between Yappy City and Quiet City is 23 centimeters, so that's on the map, that's the scale, so it's going to go up here. And then we want to know the actual distance between the 2 cities, so we want to know the miles. So if we do this, we're going to do 23 times 2, which is 46, divided by 5, which is 9.2 miles. So you can see how it's very similar to what we were doing with similar polygons. So hopefully you can do the rest of the problems 2, 3, 4, and 5.